In the last couple of weeks, I shared with you that I received the Fat Turbo car. This is a slotted. I have tuned it, put some silicone tires on it. Didn't change the braids. I didn't change the guide. I set up the front end, added some weight. This car is super smooth and quiet. I'm really, really impressed with it. It's not super fast yet. And I don't know if the motor needs to break in. I'm just not sure. But man, does it look good on the track. Gosh, it's a great looking 962 Fat Turbo Express. Great livery. This is a fantastic car. Performs pretty well. Ran right around 9s consistently. And then I did a little bit of adjustment. Worked on a little bit of body float and made sure that the pod could move. And I was running 8.6, 8.7s, 8.8s. Not as fast as the Hexel, but it performs really well. So finally got it on the track, got to do some laps. I think it has a lot more time left in it. So we'll keep wrenching on it and see where we land. This isn't a new car. I've had it for a few weeks, but I've got it tuned and it's running really, really well. It's the Thunderslot M6A. And this car on Tuesday night ran really well. Stayed in the slot. I think I only deslotted one time in 2 races. Really solid car. Really ran some quick laps. But I think it's so easy to drive. So that was our Can-Am winner, our vintage class winner right there. Thought I would brag about it for a second, which takes me to some new cars that I got this week. So now we have the blue number 52 of the McLaren. And that car, I know, will be quick. It's fantastic. But Dusty and I are going to get it tuned up maybe this weekend and get some laps on it and see how it goes. Now, Daryl was here Tuesday, and you guys in the live stream know Daryl. Great guy, super kind, always giving things to people, helping them with tuning. He's a very generous person. A few months ago, he gave me this. So it's a Fly Lancia Beta Monte Carlo. It has headlights, which looks really cool on the track. But this is a car that he tuned up. It's the GB track by Fly line. And this car is not the fastest car, but it is one of the most fun cars to drive on the track. It's fantastic. It stays in the slot. You can throw it around on the turns, like overdrive it a little bit. It stays really connected to the track. It grips really well. But these Fly cars, these GB slot cars, only have an 18K motor. So you're just not going to get a lot of top end out of them. But it gets through the S's really good. And it's a fun car to drive. Well, I've been messing with that car, and Daryl showed up with this car, which is the GB Track Fly. It is the Denver Computer Systems Italia Denver Sportswear livery from the 24 Hour of Le Mans 1982. And this livery is great. Now, what do you understand? Daryl doesn't really like white cars. Now, this has got a lot of red and blue on it, so he could probably live with this car. But I think the challenge, he's always trying to get me to become a better tuner. And the challenge is, can I make this car run as well as this car? And so that's the challenge. So I'm hopefully this weekend I'll get a chance to get this thing open and get it tuned. And the one thing is I don't have a set of silicone tires for it. So I might steal the silicones off of this one just to try it out and see. We'll see. If not, I'll get an order in this weekend and get some tires on the way. So maybe for next weekend we can get this in the video, get it tuned and see what kind of lap times we get. Again, The fly cars are not the fastest, but they are a lot of fun to drive. So if you don't have any fly cars, understand that they are going to be a tuning challenge for you. They're definitely not a beginner slot car when it comes to tuning. You could leave the magnets in. They'll run just fine, but they're not super fast. So they are, it would be fun to run these in a class together. Just pick any fly car and run it in the class. Now, I know there's some Evos, the newer cars have a little different motors, and then they make a series of cars that have a 21K motor in them. And I think as everybody's running the 18K motor, they'll all be very competitive with each other. But there are some designs that just are really difficult to tune. So that's the challenge. So let's take a look at that one more time. We'll get the car out. Yeah, I can get it out now. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Great looking car. We'll run some laps on it this week. Maybe it'll make the next video. But as you can see, I've got quite a few things in front of me that I have to get tuned and track prepped and ready to race. And then this is an NSR P68. I don't know much about this car. I really even don't know much about the real car, but it's a wild looking car. And I noticed that the car is really fast. NSR makes fast cars, but when we race this class at Cincy Slots, a lot of guys race this P68. Daryl thought it would be a challenge to throw one at me and see if I can get it tuned and keep up with his. And I did drive his on my track, and it was fast on my track. This car, it has the soft chassis, blue NSR soft chassis, but it still has a stiff motor pod. It's got a lot of body float. So we'll throw it on the track and see if we can get it to make some decent laps. It should be fast, but we'll see. I just don't know a lot about the car, but it's easy to see that yellow with the red stripe. It's pretty wild looking. And it's an NSR, so I expect it to perform well. Let's see if I can get it tuned up and running decent laps. So that's really all the new cars that I have this week. I'm on the verge of buying an analog controller, and I'm struggling to decide which one to buy. I've looked at DeFalco, True Speed, which we have digital controllers from True Speed and really like them. They perform great. But True Speed has a couple of high-end analog controllers that have speed control and braking and sensitivity and have all that. So I'm considering looking at maybe one of those. Just done a bunch of research, and I just can't make up my mind. I don't know if I have any cars that I'm really, really interested in at the moment. I mean, I could always find something, right? But I'm super happy with these Thunderslots. I'm just having a blast driving the M6A. The Group C cars I'm having a lot of fun with right now too. So I'm kind of in between. There's nothing out there that really is pulling at me to place an order for. I really would like to maybe get a BRM 124 scale. I would like to get one of the Revo slots, the Group 2 cars. My problem is I just can't really decide which one I like. I like the Alphas. I like the BMWs. I like the Escorts. They all look really good, and there's lots of great choices from liveries. They did release the new red and white livery, 692, I think maybe is the number on it. I don't know. I leaning towards that one. I don't know. We'll see. Guys, that's it for new stuff. So I've give some projects ahead of me. So if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified anytime I put out new videos, and give me a like. Like the video. It helps send it out to people that maybe have never seen my video before. So I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys, and go have some fun racing.